Pozdrav ljudi. Ispostavlja se da sam se bio
I'm
zajebao.
sorry for your loss, mistress. But I can offer your son mercy only if he turns himself in.
I'm trying to find him, but...
The Templars cannot tolerate apostates.
Can we help this woman? This could be Mother.
It sounds like your son is in trouble. Is there anything I can do?
You heard all of that and still you would help? An apostate? Oh, thank you. I am Ariane. My boy, Fenrir. He's all I have. All my family. When I learned he had magic, I could not bear to send him to the Circle. But his connection to the Fade, it gives him nightmares. Dreams of demons speaking in his mind. I would rather lose him to the Circle than to himself.
What exactly do you need me to do?
Just find him, please. Bring him somewhere safe. I don't know where Fenrir is gone, but there are 2 places you might start your search. Sir Thrask has been looking for him. If you speak to him in the gallows, he'll be able to tell you what ground he's already covered. And Fenrir's father, Vincento, recently returned from Antiva. He's a merchant in the Lowtown Bazaar. Fenrir might have sought him out.
I will not leave you fearful for a moment longer than necessary.
Magic can be a fearful gift. Your son deserves the best aid learning how to manage it. My husband Wesley was a Templar. They're not all fanatics to be feared.
Thank you. It has been a lonely time hiding. It's almost a relief to finally confront this openly.
Good to see you again.
Oh. I won't complain about Uncle Gammon's house anymore.
Shem oversees the docks. Says he doesn't want any more knife ears than necessary.
Bloody Shems. We work as well as anyone else.
Ok. A ne mogu da koristim mapu ili bilo šta slično. Inventor, ne može.
Pray she'll get better soon. There's too much work already.
Ok, desila se neka jebena greška, ok.
How come you and Wesley never had children? I mean, sorry if that's too personal.
It's all right. I was a soldier and he was a Templar. We knew that our personal lives would have to wait. Distance never mattered. But we ran out of time. It is what it is.
Now that he's gone, do you ever wish?
That's too personal.
Oops.
I keep getting lost here. The last time I went to the market by myself, it took me 4 hours to find my way home.
Gather round, all. I bring you a priceless treasure.
Okej, ne mogu da uđem u inventor zbog boga pitaj čega.
Greetings, Sarah. You look like a man who'd be interested in the finest Antivan steel to grace his hand. I bring only the best northern merchandise to the free marches.
Actually, I'm more interested in your son.
Son? I have never had that privilege, Sarah. My poor wife, she's back in Antiva and cannot see me often with my travels.
Please, Sarah. I know you must fear for Feynriel, but we mean him no harm.
Hard to tell in this city who means who harm, no?
Perhaps you can set his mind at ease.
We are no Templars, Sarah. You'll find no better friend to a young, scared mage.
Maldición, you are a mage. I suppose you'd be kind then to a boy who resists being taken in by Templars?
Of course.
The boy's in over his head. So I sent him to the only man I know who doesn't despise mages. A former Templar named Samson.
Does this Samson have a residence in Kirkwalla?
No. He is a wanted man. He stays out of sight during the day. At night, he stays near Darktown. That's the best place to find him.
So, someone dropped off a message for you. It's on the...
Not that he didn't do his best to try and read it first.
When I told your grandmother I was marrying your father, she threatened to disown me. She said my children would be mongrels. My father wanted to lock me in, but she told him it's her life, let her ruin it. I wrote to her when each of you were born. She never wrote back. I'm glad she didn't die hating me.
Your mother's dead. Let it go.
When I was a girl, your grandmother was the young, beautiful, noble mother all my friends wished they had. She might have had a hard time accepting it at first, but she would have loved you, all three of you. Carver. He was such a little boy. Never had a knee that wasn't scraped or trousers without holes.
He was so young. Never got to be the man he wanted.
I just keep thinking there's something we could have done. It's killing me. I remember that awful creature reaching down and 18 years of loving and feeding and raising and... that was it.
Blame the Darkspawn, not yourself.
The ogre would have been happy with any prey. It was my fault it was Carver. I miss him. There were 4 of us when the Blight began. It will never be over while there are just 3. I've written to the Viscount. I've an audience for after Bartran's expedition leaves. I couldn't do anything for Carver, but with luck, I could at least give us a home.
Why don't you go pick up something at the market? You could use some air.
What? Hey!
I can't believe Gamlin stole Mother's entire inheritance. I mean, I can believe it. That's the worst part. I would never turn against you.
Don't make any hasty promises.
Joke all you want, but you make Gamlin look like the toad he is. You know, when we went to look for that will, I thought we were doing it for Mother, for what she lost. I didn't realize how much it would mean to me. To know I had grandparents who didn't hate me.
They might have been all right with the Fereldena thing, but just imagine if they'd known you were an apostate.
You're such a wretch. I was just hoping it would be different this time. Here in Kirkwalla. We're not running away again. We're coming home.
Let's see if Mother gets us that mansion. I don't want to call anywhere Uncle Gamlen is home.
Has he moved that bowl of porridge since we've been here? It's been a year. I can't even remember what it was like to have a place of our own. I might even take the circle if they'll give me a clean bed and my own sheets. I hope Mother convinces the Viscount to give us the estate. They are rebuilding. I don't know if I can ever...
I would like to know more about being a guard, Aveline.
I don't think that's the job for
Let this
you.
get away from you.
I know, but it might help me not...
Here you're having problems with the bone pit.
Thank you.
I can help.
Ah, finally someone comes to help me. You look a bit unseasoned, but I hope you'll do. I had to suspend operations. My workers are lost in the mines or have run off. Served me right for hiring Fereldena refugees. I sent others before, but no word. Perhaps they are putting me off. I need someone competent to figure out what is going on.
I'll head there soon.
The sooner the better. Each day the mine is not running costs me more than those miners make in a year. The bone pit is just outside the city. Any map will show it.
The Viscount's son abducted by Kunari. I've heard. What will the brutes do today?
Okej, zašto ne mogu da uđem u jebeni inventar? Nešto mi govori da ću morati da restartujem komp. Što mrzim bagove. Sad ne mogu da pogledam ni mapu. Koje sranje.
Avert your eyes. Huh. Well, I just lost a sovereign. Didn't think you'd stoop to our kind again. Indeed. Or are you not too proud to make some coin?
Pride usually hasn't been my downfall.
Since you stormed off, we don't have anyone who can quite work your magic. If you know what I mean. I sent some men to fence a bit of cargo down at the docks. Haven't seen them since. I'd pay good silver for the safe return of them, or the goods.
Consider it a deal.
Good. Go to the docks tonight. My boy
Okay.
Price was supposed to meet our buyers from the Carta there. Maybe you can find out what happened. Avert your eyes, dog.
Aveline? A Dalish elf? Here? Under Anna Tishan's sister.
My, there's where to shop.
First the haberdasher, then the grocer.
You there, Fereldena. I wish to speak with you. I've heard you have dealings with certain elements in the city. You can get things done on the sly, as they say.
That's a fancy way to put it.
I am a magistrate in this city, and as such, I wish to hire you for a small, albeit important, job. A man I sentenced to a life in prison has escaped custody. He's been tracked to an abandoned ruin outside the city.
A request that should have been made of the guard.
We're both intelligent people. There's something in the ruins, isn't there?
There is something, yes. There are creatures in the ruins. The guards I sent are ill-equipped to deal with such beasts.
I'll take the job.
Bring the fugitive in alive, quickly and quietly. Not only will you be well paid, you'll have the gratitude of a city magistrate. Useful for a refugee, wouldn't you agree?
Okay. O, evo te.
Good day to you.
Good day, Sirrah.
Ok, dobro.
Insist if you must, but Viscount Dumas will see no one. If you've news of Seamus, I will relay it to him.
Fine. Tell Dumas my scouts have tracked the boy and his Canary captor to the wounded coast. I'm taking a full company after them, and when I return, I expect him to make a show of the reward.
So many to deal with one Kunari seems excessive.
He may be Talbashot. The Winters leave nothing to chance. Get out of my bloody way.
Yes, what is it?
If this is about a rescue, that woman did not seem the type.
She is the type I feared we would attract. As I told the others, Viscount Dumas' son, Seamus, is missing. We suspect he was taken by a Kunari. If you would like to try your hand at securing his safe return, feel free. I have certainly granted no exclusivity to the Winters and their violent approach.
Oko 2,5 sata igre sam protraćio, nisam snimio kako treba.
Declare it if you like, but the reward goes to whomever brings him back safe. A discussion you are welcome to have with the Winters, should you encounter them on the wounded coast.
Zanimljivo.
We're under attack. What a surprise.
Out of your element, dwarf?
No thanks to this lot. Can't get a decent blade at a bargain anymore. You, though, you're what a man needs. A skilled enthusiast.
You can start making sense any time now.
My manners. Javaris Tintop, merchant and investor. I need forward thinkers to help court the Canary. Those hornheads in Kirkwalla have a powder that explodes, and it's just dust. No lyrium, no demons. Anyone can use it.
Fools with swords are bad enough, but this?
So it's some kind of Kunari magic. What use is that to a dwarf?
If it is magic, it's a kind you can assemble, and dwarves do that very well. But that Arishok, he won't deal. Said I have the same mercenary disease as their outcasts, the Talvashoth. He says I'm not worthy, but he had this look in his eyes. So I figure I'll hire some blades and...
And you're going to prove yourself by killing Talvashoth outlaws.
Problem being, I'm no warrior, but I can pay.
All right, I'll step in for you. For a price.
I'm done bargain hunting. I want it done right. Now, best I could figure, they're up the Wounded Coast, a whole camp. Take their heads off and meet me at the compound in Kirkwalla. Get this right, and we'll be richly rewarded. Richly.
Prošli put sam ga odbio, a sad sam mu tražio koji. A volim... Zašto si đubre?
What a terrible place to get lost. Not that there are many good places for that, I guess.
Why would anyone work here?
Ne, i dalje ne radi.
Now we fight!
there's the entrance to the mine. Perhaps we'll find the missing workers within. Dragon!
Dobro. Rodila save. Čekaj. Jedan ti televizor. Ok, zašto ne radiš?